This episode is sponsored by Describe, purveyors of finely crafted box text for GMs. Give your players immersive descriptions of your world, written by award-winning writers, by visiting describe.com/thedamageguild and using the coupon code TheDamageGuild to save 10% off your subscription. That's dscryb.com/thedamageguild. Coupon code TheDamageGuild.
Previously on the Damage Guild podcast.
You now make your way to the Merchants Guild. Teleportation services are provided to specific cities. Unfortunately, it is an expensive and relatively new development, so there aren't that many. We have one city in Marengar.
It's a little on the expensive. It's really expensive.
You receive word that your items have been identified and are waiting for you.
Vacate.
A large crate appears on the ground next to it. 3 glass bottles of wine.
We gotta go to the vintner.
176 gold for each bottle.
And I will sell the 1 bottle of wine
You make it back to the Sapphire Saber just in time for your meeting.
to the council chamber.
We are told you have new information regarding the cult of Altoria. You are the ones who previously stopped them from poisoning the Narmek River.
Well, we're not here to discuss motivations. We're here to talk about how we're gonna deal with this.
But we do appreciate you mentioning that.
But yeah, I have some beef with them, and Tokas takes off his wig.
Nope, keep that on. Keep that on.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back on.
Yeah, remember Tokas only in private.
Right, but I wanted to show them my beef.
Okay.
That's true.
Tokas doesn't have any hair, and it's because of the cult. And they're evil, evil crystals.
Yeah, and I show them, I take off the wig, and I say, yeah, we got beef with the cult. And then I put it back on, so we can continue the conversation.
And I suppose that answers one question. So, how did you come across this information?
First hand.
Allow me to regale you with the tale of the Adventurers 3 and their travels across the land.
4, Azlo the Adventurers 4.
It all began when I was a baby. I didn't know much back then, but and then I tell them every detail of my life story, all the way up until the cult meeting.
Oh wow, you pull a Tokas.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just pulled a Tokas, no doubt.
Don't you have some secrets in your past that you don't want to share?
Maybe just share all of them.
Oh right, yeah, I skip over those parts.
Then I killed a noblewoman.
Yeah.
The end.
I'm wanted the next continent over. You could probably turn me in for a large sum of money.
That's how we can fund our trip back, Tokas.
What am I
Drop Azlo off at the prison.
We'll take our reward now. That's teleportation money, son.
Just totally betray our friend and boss.
And then, like, you find out that the whole reason why we went to Marengar in the first place was just to turn Azlo in.
And then we start our own life.
Plotting this entire time.
Yeah.
We start the AA team, which is far better than the AAA
The
team.
AA batteries are better than AAA batteries, so.
They are,
That's
for
true.
sure. They have much more power, and they're bigger, too.
It's a universal truth.
Yeah.
I basically just recount the tale of us infiltrating the cult meeting and the information that we learned there.
Okay, well, there's a lot of stuff in there, so I'm going to want specifics of how much you tell them and so.
Shadakath. So the Cliff's Notes version here, fellas and ladies. How many ladies are there? 2? 1? Fellas and or lady, is that the cult is trying to bring back the dead emperor because they think he's going to come back if they gather all of his mystical relics. So they're currently looking for the relics, and when they find them, they're going to do some kind of crazy magic spell and bring the emperor's corpse back to rule, because they think that's going to be fun for people.
Right, but actually what they're probably going to do, Shabba, and Tokas makes a little bit of insight. Can I make an insight check?
For what?
Do you know what they're going to do?
Can I make some sort of check that Tokas can make an inference to what the cult's going to do with the relics once they bring them
That's
together?
all your guess.
I was merely going to say they don't have to bring the Emperor back. If they have all the relics, everybody in the cult's going to believe that just some lookalike is the new Emperor. Mm-hmm. That's all you need.
They said in their monologue, "We work unceasing to bring about thy return."
No, I'm just saying, like, most cults, like, if they can't actually bring him back with some sort of weird advanced resurrection spell, they just find a lookalike. and give him the scepter and stuff.
Well, that's conjecture. Why don't you join the cult and tell them to do that if that's your aim?
No,
here?
I'm just predicting.
All we need to do is tell them what we know, right?
Yeah.
Which we did.
Yep.
They want to bring the Emperor back from the dead. They're gathering all of his relics. They're searching for them right now as we speak in order to achieve that goal.
What do you know about the relics, or what do they know about the relics?
There's a giant comb, was one of them, I believe. There was a scepter, a crown, and then they already have the throne, I think. They've already found the throne.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing about the throne is that's hard to move. So.
Right.
And
it's very interesting.
Their leader already sits upon the ancient throne. His name is Sharakath.
Sharakath.
The leader of the cult is one Sharakath.
Yeah.
Yes, it appears that way.
Have you heard this name before, perchance?
Failard, the wizardy one, says, I have heard whispers of this name in dark places.
Uh-oh. I don't like dark places.
If half of the rumors I have heard are true, he is not one to be trifled with.
Yikes.
This cult seems to be more powerful than we could have feared.
We were hoping that we might play a role in its demise. So if you think of anything fun for us to do to destroy them, then we would be more than happy to help. Although we believe that, as you say, it has gone far beyond our realm of expertise.
We have more information than we're giving them, don't we? Like, what about the flyers, the dark riders?
We have a lot of information.
Yeah, we have more information than this than what we're sharing. That's true.
Yeah, we can get into that. I mean, I was just giving them the broad overview of what their goal is right now.
I think we should give them everything that we've got, Azlo. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say the fact that they're working with the Orcish legions to the south, who are trying to clear a way up north to where we are now, is a big deal.
That is actually... You just reminded me of something, Azlo. The reason why they've harnessed the Orc army to attack this direction is because we believe they think one of the relics is in Ormog.
Yeah,
the crown.
Could be the crown.
That was what I inferred, was that they think the crown may be in Ormog.
Could be.
Yep.
On the head of our king.
Oh.
Everyone in the room gasps.
I hadn't considered that.
If they are truly coming to Ormog, then...
We're all doomed.
It will be a difficult fight. The Sapphire Saber will not allow them to take this city without putting everything we have into it, but Waspel is already nearly fallen to the Orcs, even with the help of Teraldia.
Times grow more dire with each passing day.
Are you going to have an epic city battle coming up soon?
I think we must strike. We must figure out some way to thwart their plans before it's too late.
We did what we could, Shabba. We burned their bridge, remember?
Why do you believe that they are coming to Ormog?
Because they said that their Orc army is essentially helping them look for one of the relics.
I would say that their Orcish legions have cleared the path to allow them to be able to continue their search for the crown unhindered. That's my rough equivalent.
Yeah, exactly. Like what Azlo just said. They are using the Orcs because the Orcs want what the Orcs typically want, which is to kill people and take their stuff. And so they're manipulating the Orcs to push a path through.
Well, they're giving the Orcs magical items and stuff as well. They were supplying the Orc army. The cult was supplying the Orc army. We confirmed that.
Right. The Orcs are just their pawns for getting here.
Yeah, didn't we talk to the general? Remember I, played along? I was pretending to be in the cult, and I talked to that guy in the cell, and then we left him to die. But, I had that full-blown conversation with him about how, he was working with the cult. They were, hooking them up and stuff.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, talking to the Orcs.
I don't remember his name, but, he's dead now. Who cares? Hopefully dead.
He's an Orc. Who cares?
Did they mention Ormog specifically?
No,
this is just conjecture.
Yeah, this is our theory.
So this is Sedina speaking now. It is likely that the cultists are already in Ormog, and in Nenept itself, I wouldn't doubt. So it seems that if they wanted to search here, they would simply send their own men here.
But perhaps they believe the army can get them into places that they wouldn't be able to get into themselves. If they're not headed for Ormog, then they're just headed to Waspel, and that's already almost done for. So if that's the case, if they just want Waspel, then things are a lot worse than we thought.
I agree with what Sadina just said. What if the orcs are just a distraction so that they can extract the king's relics from the city?
Yeah.
It might be the perfect time to pull a heist and pluck the crown straight off the king, if that is indeed the relic that's here.
To capitalize on the chaos.
Mm-hmm. He might not be wearing his crown. He might be wearing his sergeant's helmet. Who knows?
There are many possibilities of where this could lead. We will have to discuss it. What else have you learned?
Did we tell him about the lab with the river mouth?
Yeah, that he did. He knew that we had done that when they came in.
And he teleported away.
Yeah, we were attacked by shadow dogs and also a flying black demon guy.
Yeah, we saw that up close, actually.
Yeah, the gargoyle-looking dude.
We could describe the flyer.
It was real scary. Roll scary. Also, they are searching for the scepter in the Ilthrodian desert.
With a huge comb, pretty sure.
Ooh, we still haven't come clean with everything. What about the ring?
What ring?
The ring with the cult of Altoria's stuff, and we found it in that chamber. And there's demons under this very city.
Down in the sewer.
Okay,
We should probably talk about that.
Nope, don't listen to him about the demons. Ignore that.
There's definitely demons in Tokas' imagination. That we do know.
No, wait, we're not telling them about this?
I wanted to finish telling them about the super black flying creature guy.
Okay.
He's kind of like a demon slash gargoyle slash weirdo
Wyvern.
that was flying around.
Yeah, he's creeping on us.
Yeah, that you guys knew about. They've been following us for a long time, ever since we disrupted their operation at that cave.
Yeah. We're on their hit list. That was demonstrated in the conversation, the cult prayer.
Yeah.
We're not safe. Actually, could we get some, guardians or something? Is that something Iron Level
Can we go enter the witness protection
can
program?
ask? Yeah, can we actually get protected, maybe? We don't feel safe.
The Sapphire Sabers exist to protect the people.
Yeah, we are the people. I mean, we're not the people. We're the Sapphire Saber.
But isn't there a Big Brother program where a higher ranking set of adventurers watches over lower ones? Here's the thing. They're going after us. We are bait. You could use us to attract the cult. Actually, I just think I thought of our next quest.
Tokas.
We're going to go out there.
I don't like where this is going.
And we're just going to track the Dark Rider. And you'll take him down.
Stop right there.
No, I've clearly said it in the conversation.
We're like worms dangling at the end of their hook.
The lizard man responds to that. This gnome has a good head on his shoulders.
Oh, boy.
Perhaps we should do such a thing.
Well, if it helps defeat the cult, then I'm willing to be the worm.
Shogar says, we will take it into consideration.
All right, just real quick, we've got a royal decree here. This one comes to us from patron and friend of the show, McCrae B. Wilkins, and it goes as follows. Hello to my neighboring country. I am Emperor McCrae of the Empire of Planaria. I now declare myself your supreme ruler. As per your tradition, I must reassign the rank of my subjects. Court Jester Seth will become Supreme Imperial Jester Seth. And your former Queen Alyssa is now Imperial Historian Alyssa. I thank you for the diverse monarchy of your country, and say, good day. All hail the Emperor.
Even if we're just a worm, Shabba, we're going to have a very strong hook and line and sinker behind us. The Sapphire Sabers.
That's right.
So I'm okay being bait as long as they're nearby.
One could argue that taking down that creature is not the most important job to be done here.
We're not interested in the creature. We're interested in who's riding it.
That's right.
Well, yes, but also who's at the head of the cult and chopping the head off of the snake, not just taking off one little piece.
Well, wait, why kill we kill the person riding the creature, and then we ride the creature back to the cult. It'll remember where it's from.
That's good. I like that.
I think that creature is a fairly key part of their strategy, right? They have eyes and ears that can travel around quickly and give them intel on various, people or places. And if we disable that ability, we are potentially severely crippling their operation.
Right, the speed at which they could gather the relics.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sedina says, if they're searching the desert...
Combing the desert.
Then...
Yes, combing, I believe, is the phrase they used.
That could take years, decades, perhaps. The desert is unfathomable in its vastness.
Or they could find it tomorrow. We don't know. Maybe they have more of an idea of where it is than they've told us. In other words, we're safer if we don't leave it up to chance. If we take the initiative and act before it's too late.
We have bait, we have some information. We could use that to predict their move.
Shogar says, yes, it's best not to leave these things to chance. Always assume the worst possible
outcome.
You finish his sentence.
Yes.
Did you use your empathic ability, Shabba?
I did.
Is there anything else we should know? This is already significant information that I'm sure we'll be able to make good use of, and the king would like to hear this as well. We shall relay it to him.
I'm so sorry, I just interrupted an adamantite level guild member. Will you still sign this? And Tokas gets out his poster.
Please, pretty please.
Please.
We tried to tell the king. We've tried to tell everybody about this stuff. And I'm sure there are other details that we are not thinking about right now, but we're open books if you want to come and ask us about anything. There's nothing else that's majorly important that I can think of.
Yeah, but we did manage to sneak into a cult meeting, so if you want to learn how to do that, we could teach you.
Yeah.
How did you do that? That could be helpful to us.
We got some robes and disguised ourselves.
And got some information about where the meeting would be, what time, and what to say to get inside.
Do you have any reason to believe that this password would be used any longer, or would they have changed it?
Probably.
Well, but sometimes the communication lines are broken.
Based on how we botched it, they've probably changed it by now.
Right, but it might be enough to get your foot in the door, and then you could say something like, yeah, I didn't get the latest correspondence. Yeah, what's the new password?
Yeah, I would recommend speaking with the queen of the criminal underworld. Her name is Blackblade. She resides over at the Salted Slug. She would probably help to get you an updated password for a nominal fee.
We don't work with her per se. We've just paid her money for her to do services for us. We're not really in league with her, just to say.
When you say Blackblade, Tafe Quatai, the Triton, has this scowl appear on his face. You deal with such filthy lowlives as leaders of the Empty Hand.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really going to go so far as to say that we actually dealt with her, but that was... I guess it's too late now.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Yep. Thanks, Tokas. Thanks a lot.
Working with Blackblade, though it may have been less than savory, was key to gaining invaluable information that got us into this cult meeting.
And inflammation as well.
And inflammation, yeah. Key inflammation. It's a new disease. You should check it out. Yes, this got us into the cult meeting when no other possible means of entry were available.
Yes.
And so, yes, maybe not the best choice of companion, but still necessary.
A necessary evil. We did try to tell the king directly, and we were basically denied and shut down, and so we did what we had to do to be the real heroes in the situation.
Tafe still has this scowl on his face.
What do you got to say about that, huh?
Do you know how long we've been fighting the Empty Hand in this city, protecting the people from Blackblade and her cronies?
No, we didn't. We had no idea.
Yeah, we had no idea. Maybe this is the last time we ever work with her. For sure, this is the last time we ever work with her.
Yeah, let's definitely rescind that love letter that we just sent to her earlier today.
Ooh, yeah, we should probably track down the postman.
And the box of dark chocolates.
We gotta go find the mailman and knock him out in an alley and take that letter out of his bag before he gets to the Salted Slug.
Yeah, and get back our chocolates.
Give me that chocolate.
This is going to be our most exciting quest yet.
Beat up the mailman.
Shogar speaks up now and says, Tafe, easy. Blackblade has done almost as much good for the city as she has harm. You know that she deals with our lower-level adventurers. It's not uncommon, although we might wish it to be. Tafe sits back in his chair with this somewhat resigned look. Yes, I know. Just can't stand dealing with those lowlifes.
Tokas raises his hand.
I don't think there's been a precedent set for raising one's hand before one speaks. So go ahead and
especially not by you, Tokas.
just putting this out there. Like, is there some sort of onboarding process, or what is it like when you go to school? Like, you get brought into a college. What is that called? Like the first thing you do?
Onboarding. Yeah.
Initiation. There's another word for it.
Yeah.
Hazing.
Whatever that is. It's that thing.
That's more of like a Greek life type of thing, like a sorority fraternity deal.
There is a different word that I'll think of it, I'm sure, after we're done recording. But essentially, we didn't get that. We didn't know any better. We didn't know that we shouldn't be dealing
orientation.
with... Thank
orientation,
you.
There
we
you go.
never... We skipped the orientation. Okay? So could you please catch us up? Like, you guys are, or Chalcom's and Adamantite level. Like, what are we doing wrong? What do we need to do to not just be irons anymore and to be like you? And also, will you sign my poster?
Probably not that, I would imagine.
Sedina, she gives you a kind smile and says, I will sign.
Oh.
She's an Orichalcum member, which is not one of the ruling ones, but they have seats on the council. At least some of them do.
Above Mithril, below Adamantite.
Yes.
It's so cool. Would I know about Sedina Clearspring? Am I like a fanboy?
Give me a history check.
Oh, sweet. I'm good at those. All right. That is a 13.
The name sounds vaguely familiar, but you can't pin it on anything.
All right, I think I've heard of you. Yeah, sign my poster. I think you're important enough to be on my poster is what I'm insinuating. I don't say that out loud. That's what I'm thinking. And I hand her my quill and ink and poster.
Okay, she signs it for you. And Shogar is saying, there's nothing wrong with what you've done, per se. We're not members of the City Watch. It's not as though we cannot deal with these members of the underworld. It's just that Tafe in particular takes a disliking to such things. But as long as more good is caused than harm, and it furthers the goals of the guild, then it is acceptable. Now, is there anything else you wish to share with us, or perhaps do you have questions? Sedina might even have some information for you on the relics if you were interested.
Yeah. Certainly, we'd like to know what the relics are and what the full collection includes.
My question is, does the council know already what they plan to do with this information, or will you need to spend time convening?
I imagine deliberation is in order.
And counseling each other.
As you can see, there are but few of us here. We will need to discuss this with the other council members as they return.
Yeah.
We should have a course of action within the next few weeks.
Few weeks?
That's a long time. That's
enough time for us to upgrade my armor.
That's a real long time while orcs are marauding through Waspel.
Yes, well, several of the members are on long journeys at the moment. There are enough of us here to hear you out, but we can't make any formal decisions for the guild. We will, of course, inform the king immediately, and he may have some decisions on what to do moving forward.
When you do mention this to the king, will you also refer to us by name, and also by our group name, the AAA team, just in case he didn't remember our individual names?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and actually, we'll give the council a business card.
Remember, has the king met you before?
Yes.
Yeah, just to remind him that we're, really close friends, in case he forgot.
We have met the king, yes.
Yeah, we've met him on a couple of different occasions.
Why, yes. He's actually one of our best friends.
Then I will be sure to mention your names.
Thanks.
Excellent.
And we give them some business cards that they can hand out when they're at the castle.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to get back in there to spread the word, so...
Yeah.
Right.
AAA team, Azlo's assembled adventurers.
At your service.
Innovative solutions to complex problems, all that good stuff.
Yep. Everything just like it says on the business card there.
Seeing as we might be potential bait in this equation, should we take on quests? Should we journey as per normal, or...
It would be perhaps risky, but at the same time, you may be able to continue to learn more, especially if the cult is targeting you. That would likely give you more opportunities to gain information than other members of the Sapphire Saber might have. So we will not stop you from taking on quests. We will leave that to your judgment, at least until the council as a whole or the king say otherwise.
Well, be sure to let us know as soon as that happens, because we definitely would like to be involved. As we said, we are willing to offer up our services, and so feel free to leave a message at our extra dimensional rooms and or the following address.
On our voicemail.
On our voicemail. And or our cell phones. This is a address of Azlo's house, which is our hideout and also our headquarters. It doubles as a secret base.
But also no longer our headquarters?
Yeah, please don't give this address to anyone.
Because it's been compromised?
Yeah, it's also not secret anymore.
Yeah. This is our public headquarters and also our secret base, is what I'm trying to say. So please don't give this address to anybody. But feel free to contact us there if we are not available at our extra-dimensional rooms.
Should we let them know our next plans, like where we're going to head? Because we might not be back by then.
Yes. We are going to go to Glass Rock.
Ooh.
And then we're going to go somewhere else, depending on whether you tell us that you want us to come back.
Or not.
And be involved, or not. Yes.
Very well. Be ready for possible messages to arrive for you.
Totally. We'll definitely be looking out for them. A lot.
Questions?
How did you get to be adamantite? Any recommendations for an iron level?
Yeah, how just generally speaking, did you get to be so awesome? Just curious.
We each have decades of experience.
Huh.
Pride ourselves on our hard work and determination, and perhaps with enough hard work, you too might one day sit on the council.
I was really hoping that wasn't going to be your answer. All right, guys. Well, we'll never make it.
We'll never get there.
But no, any questions on topics at hand?
Does the guild get a discount for teleporting at some point, at some particular rank? Is there a discount for teleportation? That is a serious question.
We have no such arrangements with the Merchants Guild.
How do you guys get around?
All sorts of ways. We have our own personal teleportation magic, some of us, or we have various horses and other mounts. Some of us use the teleportation circle. It all depends. This is not what you're in here for, and we have other things to attend to, so if there are no important questions, things that might help you in your further research and dealings with the cult, then we will adjourn.
The ring you could use to seal letters addressed within the cult, right? Isn't that something we discovered about the ring, guys?
We joked about it, but we weren't actually going to mail letters.
It's the Emperor's seal, so it's not technically the cult's ring. It is an old antique ring that bears the seal of Altoria, or the Altoric Empire.
Right, so couldn't we address it to the cult and say that this is their dead king writing to them? Or like his lost letters?
It's a military seal. The seal pertains specifically to the military of Altoria.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not the Emperor's seal.
I don't know, I just thought about forging documents, make them look old, put a seal on it, plant them, maybe try to tip them off to where some of the relics are, but they aren't actually there, lay an ambush, eat some food after that.
Watch a movie. Take a nap.
Get brunch.
If you're trying to give them false evidence, they would be unlikely to fall for anything that appeared that old, as the regalia was all scattered after the fall of the Empire.
Why don't we spread a rumor that we found something that sounds like one of their relics? Just putting that out there. Hey, that's on you guys.
It's a possibility.
Again, we will consider our plans with the council as a whole.
So you're going to talk about what the relics actually were? What are they?
Oh, yes.
Sedina.
Sedina was going to tell us.
Yeah.
We would like to know.
You mentioned that they're bringing these relics back together so that they might be able to revive the Emperor?
Yeah.
That's what we think.
Revive, resurrect.
It's an interesting thought. There is no hard evidence of any of the Emperor's regalia having any particular powers, but legends tell of miracles wrought by the Imperial line. Some rumors attribute these to powerful magical artifacts they wielded, which have collectively come to be known as the Imperial Regalia, or the Altoric Regalia. While other rumors claim that the gods themselves favored the emperors in their days. And what I know is little more than hearsay and conjecture, based on stories passed down through generations.
Okay.
I myself was born after the fall of the Empire. But here's what I can tell you. The scepter was first wielded by Emperor Aestalda over 500 years ago. It was in his days that the Great Famine, which had lasted for nearly a century and brought great devastation to the known lands, finally ended. Thus, the scepter is often attributed with the power to control the earth, weather, or the elements. The crown is said to embody the true spirit of leadership. It is the oldest of the relics, and it is said that the people gladly followed the wearer wherever he led. crown was always passed down willingly from father to son in unbroken line until Emperor Zaitastar disappeared. It represents the divine rulership of the Altorias and is said to have been bestowed by the god of the fate, Neros himself, to the first emperor. As for specific powers, I know of none. The throne was created nearly 1,000 years ago and was the seat of judgment from which all decisions were made and great decrees set forth. For this reason, some claim the throne capable of bestowing great wisdom and knowledge upon he who sits atop it.
Oh, wait, that's really not good. Sorry to cut you off, please continue. But that's really not good because they've found where the throne is.
That means Shadakath now has wisdom and knowledge plus 20.
Yeah, but like if he's sitting upon that throne and like being really wise and stuff.
And intelligent.
Like no wonder the cult is like making moves lately.
Yeah, so he's super wise and super smart.
And super dangerous.
Indeed, if the throne does have such powers, this Sharakath is one to watch out for.
Sharakath.
Well, he already was before.
Now, it is believed that the throne was stolen from its initial location after the fall of the Empire. Is that correct?
Yes, it disappeared shortly afterwards.
From the Altoric Cape of Altoria, whatever that place is down there.
Cape Altor.
Cape Altor. Okay, so someone moved it.
The entire regalia was dispersed and lost to the winds. But the throne was the first to disappear, oddly.
Okay, so that's it. So it's throne, crown, and scepter. Those three things.
Yes, well, some stories tell of a bracelet as well.
Huh.
Oh.
Forged from dwarven adamantite and granted as tribute to the Emperor when he first brought the dwarven kingdoms into his domain. However, it's not usually seen as a true part of the regalia, but simply one of the many enchanted items that was wielded by the royal line. The rumors say that the Emperor wore this dwarven bracelet whenever he would go into war, or to challenge dragons or other dangerous beasts. Due to miraculous survival against all odds, the bracelet has been attributed with the power to protect its wearer from great dangers. So, certainly would be a useful item if it has such a power, but it's more of a secondary thing that may or may not be counted among this set of relics.
Okay, so they did not mention the bracelet in their speech, so I assume that they're only looking for the three main ones.
Yes. Well, I mean,
see you later.
Even if they don't resurrect, even if they don't resurrect
An abrupt end.
the true king, whatever guy, even if just Sharakath, even if he just got all these different items, plus or minus the bracelet, he would be really, really
powerful.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about this, guys.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say. We don't actually know for sure that they're planning to resurrect anybody, right? We're like, they talked about Sharakath being on the throne already. So,
no, we do.
Oh, we do.
Again, I will refer to that speech. We work unceasing to bring about thy return, O great Emperor.
But is that like a metaphorical return?
It could be.
Or a literal return?
But they want the Emperor back, and so Tokas is right in that even if they don't bring the Emperor back, but they still get all the items, Sharakath will still be super powerful.
Right, and again, like I said, if they can find a look-alike, they can really rally the cult into a frenzy. Like, they'll be like, we fulfilled the prophecy!
Yeah.
And, like, they'll go on a tirade.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just go on like a spree, just a rage fest.
Yeah, because when the prophecy is fulfilled, they're supposed to take over the world and make it like it once was.
Right.
So
they'll think that their utopia has come.
exactly. Unless their leadership is really strong, they won't be able to contain the cult. They'll want to celebrate their victory. And by celebrate their victory, I mean like a bloodbath and kill all the different nations and take over the world. Yeah. In a very happy way.
Same thing we try to do every night, Pinky.
Create a bloodbath.
You have given us much to consider, and I believe we have given you equally much.
You have indeed. As I said, please get in contact with us when you know more and when you have a plan of action devised. We would certainly enjoy being a part of it, if possible. I don't know that we would enjoy it, but we would be up to the task, certainly. In the meantime, we shall regress into our normal day-to-day lives. And I'll see you at
Our
some point in the future.
insignificant iron level.
Insignificant, puny little iron level lives. And we'll see you again sometime soon.
We would be honored if you decided to tread upon us as you walk about the Sapphire
Yes.
Sabers.
If a mud puddle were to present itself, we would throw ourselves upon the ground so that you may walk over it unscathed.
If we might be so forward to incline, we're looking to expand our sponsorship. So if you like what you see or think that there's potential in us, we'd love for you to be part of our mithril test coming up this upcoming year.
Say what? What are you? You're skipping a level there,
I did.
Buster.
Oh, steel.
Oh yeah, I still
Steel
gotta
is
go to
next.
Steel.
Oh no, we're gonna be mithril before the end of the year. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it is true that what they say about being assertive if you want a raise or a promotion, to ask for it. But in this case, I don't necessarily believe that logic applies. Because we just became iron level.
Yeah.
We're very precocious iron levels, as you can see from some of the stuff we've been involved in. We want to fight the darkness just like you, even though we're a lot younger in our adventuring career. Just putting that out there. If you want to be our sponsor, we'd love to have you at some point when those tests come up.
In other words, we'll come back in a few months when we're ready to take our test, and then we'll talk to you about it.
Definitely. Well, thank you all for your time this morning. We certainly appreciate you being willing to give up your precious Saturday morning for our benefit and for, I hope, the benefit of all of all humanoid kind and the civilized society that we've all come to know and love. I hope we can save the world.
Together.
We do not wish to waste any more of your time.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Bid you farewell, and
May Altoria watch over you. We've been cult members this whole time.
And then we just poof, disappear.
Just wanted to mention real quick, if you play D&D and you've ever thought about DMing your own campaign, but maybe you're a little hesitant because you're not so good at thinking on your feet, there's a site called Describe, that's DSCRYB.com, that you should definitely check out. It's like having a team of professional writers sitting beside you, helping bring your world to life through vivid descriptions of all kinds of things like monsters, spells, locations. They've got a massive library of over 1,400 scenes and growing, just like reading box text straight from an adventure module, except it's set up so you can customize it for your own games. If you visit describe.com/The Damage Guild and use code The Damage Guild at checkout, you can save 10% off your order. That's DSCRYB.com/The Damage Guild and use discount code The Damage Guild.
farewell, and we hope that you strive continually for the good of Nenept and all of Ormog,
Totes.
and for the good of the Sapphire Sabers.
Yeah. We for sure do. We for sure do that all the time.
Vacates, for sure. Yes, thank you.
Wait, someone just emptied out the toadstone?
Oh, no. Whoa. No, Shabba said totes, so I said vacates. But then I totes it again. Totes.
Yeah.
All right, good day.
Good day to you all. Goodbye. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu. To you and to you and you and you and you.
And you.
I just kept talking because nobody else said anything. Sorry. And we leave the chamber.
Bye.
Okay.
We love you.
What are your plans now?
To go to Glassrock to get some armor. Tokas.
Guys, she signed my poster.
Wow.
I think I'm in love.
That is pretty sweet.
Oh my goodness. You're a super mega fanboy.
As well you should be.
Yeah. You should get the Drake to sign it too. I don't know why you haven't already. He's like a straight up mithril member of this guild. Tokas.
Yeah, but Sedina is Orchalcum.
Yeah, but guess what? Alendria is mithril also. Much like the Drake.
I don't know if I'd have her sign my poster. I cherish this
The
poster.
Drake was steel.
Oh, the Drake is only steel? Never mind. Forget what I just said. I'm speaking nonsense right now.
There's only so much
He's a
space
noob.
on the poster for signatures, Shabba, and she signed pretty big.
That's
so I
true.
don't want to see how big of an S that she did. See
Yeah.
that really nice, yeah. So
Yeah. When they get up into those higher echelons, they really just have a huge signature after a while. They just
gets bigger and bigger as you get more and more ranks. You know.
Yeah.
While we're still discussing the names, I would like to point out that Phalard Aldrun came from one of our fans on Twitter.
Huzzah! Hey. Who was it?
That is a cool name.
I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but Selnor Isir?
Yeah, thank you, Kelnor.
Selnor Y on Twitter.
All right. Well, thanks that person's name. We appreciate it. That's awesome.
Kelnor, you're awesome.
It's a great name, and now this person will live in infamy as an Orichalcum member of the Sapphire Saber.
Yeah, he really didn't like us very much.
No, not so much.
Phalard seemed to be very dubious about everything that was happening, but you get the impression that that's just kind of the guy he is.
Wait, no, he's the cultist in... he was the cultist in that council meeting. We should have had you empath him, Shabba, and figure out if he was actually, legit.
His true intentions.
Yeah, missed opportunity. Hey, let's write that down. We'll fact check him later. But it's already too late. Now he can tell the cult that we know that we told to kill.
Oh no, we've given them all of our secrets. Oh no. So do you guys want to go to Darskali?
I was going to say, I have great news to share. We're planning this trip to Glassrock to get Tokas' new armor.
Yeah.
And we're going to need to travel to get there.
Yeah.
Which means that we're going to need to pass through Nafton, where the road splits, and where the bananas split, if you know what I'm saying.
That's true, but if we take the teleportation circle, then we won't.
We'll pass on it on the way back.
Yeah, but if we take the teleportation circle back, then we won't.
No. If we teleport there and then walk back.
Yeah, but if we take the teleportation circle both directions, then we won't.
Do you want to spend that much?
But if we take our mounts, then we will.
That's true. We will if we don't teleport.
How long would it take us to travel there on mount back?
It's 222 miles.
It was 3 weeks on a bearded dwarven lady's caravan, but that was
3 weeks?
walking at a slow pace.
I think
wasn't it
at
3
least
weeks?
2 weeks.
No.
Wasn't it?
Maybe 2.
What was her name? Bearded dwarven lady.
Oh, it started with an E, didn't it? That's all I got.
Elbrit.
Yeah, it was with an E.
She's the caravan master.
Yeah, and Tokas thinks back fondly to Elbrit and her wonderful whiskers.
Elbrit. Her lustrous beard.
She kept it in good condition. Had some bows tied in there.
She did.
It's true.
It would have been about a week.
Was it really only a week? Okay.
Well, we could probably do it faster on our mounts.
Yeah, we can ride like the wind.
It was 8 days, because it's one town per day, and there's that many stops.
So then we will ride like the wind and go 2 towns per day. And that way we'll get there in 4. Or we could go 4 towns per day and only get there in 2. What do you guys want to do?
I don't think Petunia would make it.
That's how traveling works. You just do it faster.
Yeah, you just figure out when you want to get there, and then you go that fast that you need to get there.
Something just to note, I've never thought about this before. So Petunia's like the weakest, frailest of our mounts, but I'm the heaviest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought about that implication.
She's probably swaybacked by now from bearing your heavy weight.
I look at Petunia, is there like a dip in her spine? Like her back?
For sure.
Is she like this?
There's gotta be.
We haven't had her that long.
Well, she's definitely the frailest, especially now that there's only half of a horse left since Ralph ate the other half.
I start giving her more rations and stop starving her as much as I have been. I take better care of Petunia, starting right now.
Starting now. I promise, Petunia, I'll be a good master to you.
I'm sorry.
7 is going to be a good year this year.
Yeah, I upgrade her. What is it in D&D where it's like how well you treat your character? Like instead of her living in squalor, I'll treat her like the next one up.
Oh yeah, just basic
living conditions.
Yeah,
just poor.
So now she's doing better now.
All right, so let's forego the because we'll still have to walk back east if we went to Darskali via teleportation circle.
Yeah.
So let's just rustle up the old mounts and hit the road, Jack.
Head out east.
Darskali is also on the other side of the mountains, so you'd have to go all the way up and over.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't even make sense for teleporting.
I mean, kind of does.
It would be a little bit faster.
Yeah, it would save us some time, but not enough to be worth it.
Doesn't seem like it's worth it.
Yeah.
If anything, that teleport vista is maybe going to be useful for other things, not glass rock, if there's a big mountain between them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good way to get to the other side of the mountains, which is kind of what it's for.
Yeah, maybe that 3 weeks figure
okay.
that I was thinking is 1 week there, 1 week in Glass Rock, and then 1 week back. The whole trip was 3 weeks.
Maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah, we don't know how long this armor's going to take, and we're pretty much just doing it on a whim and a prayer. We don't even know if he's going to be able to do it.
So here's what I propose. I say we ride like the wind to Glass Rock. We get the armor taken care
I
of.
thought we already were riding like the wind, like right now as you're saying this.
Yeah, we are already riding like the wind
Okay.
to Glass Rock.
All right.
We get the armor taken care of as soon as he can.
Mm-hmm.
And then on our way back, we stop in Nafton and build the banana stand.
I
Finally.
think that's a great plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Now, do we have our banana supplier lined up? That's the next question.
We're going to have to talk to the dwarves in Glass Rock to get the right vendor, I think.
To get bananas?
Oh, that's right. I forgot bananas grow in caves here.
That's right. In this world, they grow in the lava tubes. So we'll have to get the right banana harvester. Also, if we can't find real bananas, we can always just carve some wooden ones and give Nafton-branded banana souvenirs. It's kind of like when you go to New York City, you get a little mini Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Or an Empire State Building. When you go to Nafton, you just get a wooden banana. It's going to be synonymous with bananas.
I feel this is another time to mention to you that none of you knows what a banana is.
We know, Thane. We know. But
Wait
nonetheless.
a sec. Guys. Hold on.
Whoa. I stop riding. I pull up Taily. What is it?
All right. Tokas gets off of Petunia, and gives her a nice pat, which I don't usually do. And I come over to Taily, and I put my hand gently on the side of your mount and cast Longstrider.
But Taily's already the fastest mount we have.
But now she's faster.
But then I'll just leave you behind. That makes zero sense. Why don't you do that on Petunia and Ralph?
All right, rewind time. All right.
Okay.
So how fast is Taily?
Taily's 60, I think.
Okay. How fast is Ralph and Petunia?
That's a great question.
Ralph's probably 50, and Petunia's maybe 50 as well. I don't know.
Because maybe we get there a whole day sooner if we cast Longstrider. Every hour on the hour, I just keep casting Longstrider.
Actually, they're all 40.
Oh, really? She's not a draft horse. She's a riding horse, right? Or no, she is a draft horse. That's right.
I think we said draft horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so never mind. So Taily and Petunia are the same speed. And so is Ralph.
Ralph is 40 feet.
Everybody is the same speed. Sorry, I thought I was riding like one of the faster horses, but never mind. She's a big draft horse.
No, you got cheap mounts.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
a draft horse can carry more weight, and so I thought that would be better for Shabba, being of the larger persuasion. So, can you cast Longstrider on 3 different beings?
So, couple things to note. The Longstrider's only going to last 1 hour until I rest.
I don't think
Cool.
it's worth it casting Longstrider on 3 things.
I know, but I just want us to be rolling with our mounts. I want them to all have their own pair of skates and everything. Can we do it for flavor? I'm also spending most of my spell slots to do this.
In that case, no.
Yeah, unless it's all 3 of us at the same time, it doesn't really make sense. Plus, we've stopped riding now, and we're not making any ground while we decide.
More progress because we're having this discussion.
Right.
All right. We hop back on our mounts and I'll save my spell slots.
All right.
But it'd be really cool if they had their own pairs of skates.
It would be cool. That's true.
Certainly.
So the 3 of us head off for Glass Rock into the sunset, right? The horizon. We're on the mounts galloping off
Heading east into the sunset?
into the sunset.
Yeah, not so much.
It's another weird thing in this land. Sunsets in the east.
Are we stopping anywhere along the way, though? Are we going to wait till we get back to stop in Nafton?
I could really go for a chocolate-covered banana, but that's just me. If you guys aren't up for it, that's fine. We'll keep going.
And by chocolate-covered banana, you mean a split pea soup.
Yes, exactly.
Hoping that the cult doesn't catch us.
We don't know if the flying creature is going to attack us from overhead at any moment.
Right.
The 3 of you all saddled up on your mounts, set off towards the east to Glass Rock and whatever dangers may await along the way.
Yeah. Whoosh.
Wacha! Hacha!
Rawhide!
Wacha! Rawhide!
Excellent.
You follow the road east along the familiar path and make your way through several towns over the next few days. Everything seems pretty normal. Towns are just going about their business. It seems like any sort of nervousness from all of the zombies wandering around everywhere has largely died down at this point. But when you get to Nafton, you notice something a little bit odd when you're stopped in the tavern there. You're sitting down just enjoying your meals and drinks and a break from the road, and now and then you just get this feeling as if the people are watching you. You don't catch anyone who's staring directly at you, and the atmosphere generally seems pretty typical for a tavern, but you could swear that you see people look away the moment your eyes turn to them on more than one occasion.
Do you guys feel that?
Guys, I think we're getting really famous. Pretty sure people love us here.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say, Azlo.
Are you guys getting that vibe?
Definitely.
Okay. It's not just me. Good.
Our word-of-mouth advertising method that you set us up with, Azlo, is finally starting to pay off.
Yeah, those business cards are getting around.
All those business cards we've been handing out.
Yeah.
People must be giving them to their friends after they're done staring at them adoringly for a while.
Making photocopies and passing them on.
Yeah.
Huh. I would like to make a check to see if I know why people are giving us looks.
Make an insight check.
Okay. With my +0, that is a 17.
I'll give it the old college try, the old Bard's college try. I got a 15.
Yeah, I don't think you can put your finger on any specific reason for them to be watching you, but it does seem like you're getting more of that feeling from the barkeep and barmaids and other employees and regulars around the tavern. There's something that maybe the regulars are aware of about you that the other people passing through town wouldn't be.
I pull out from my bag a pocket mirror and check my teeth. Do I have anything green in it? Any, parsley or broccoli, maybe?
No.
Did you just roll for that?
To see how messily you ate last time.
That's amazing. That's probably the best roll that I've ever seen Thane make, and just try to pass it off like it's nothing.
Make a teeth check. Guys, do you think Gul'dan and Zestim have been through here?
Ooh, good question. I think the other question that's plaguing me is whether that roll was to see whether I had something in my teeth or whether it was whether I noticed I had something in my teeth. That's the real question, and I think that's going to haunt me to the end of my days. Gul'dan and Zestim, that's a really good question. That's a great point, Shabba.
Don't say their names out loud. They have ears everywhere.
Oh, I mean, Gul'dan and Zestim.
Thank you. That's better. We need to not be in here. We need to leave now.
I'd like to just quickly look around the room to see if we see anyone that looks like Gul'dan and Zestim.
You do a quick scan around the room, and none of you sees Gul'dan or Zestim in the room.
I say we just keep our eyes peeled, finish up our meal, and then head out as soon as possible. You said this is in Nafton that this happens?
Yes.
Okay. We do want our banana stand business to succeed here, so I don't want to develop a bad reputation, but I don't know. Tokas, what do you think we should do?
We're done here. We need to leave. We need to leave now.
All right. We pay for our food.
Yeah, Tokas leaves his change on the table. I pay my bill.
Yeah. We'll leave coin and then beat feet.
All right, so you decide not to spend the night here and head out.
Yep.
Make camp not too far outside of town since it was already late. Or do you try to keep on going through the night?
I don't want to stop. You were very quick to suggest that we make camp not too far from town.
If you don't want to stay in town, then a mile or two outside of town would be expected, I guess. You have been riding all day.
Yeah, a mile or two outside of town is fine with me.
Yeah.
Wait, Shabba, you can track, but can you reverse track?
Yes, I can.
Can you? Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you just Did we just brain meld?
Yes, Tokas, we were just outside of Nafton earlier today. And before that, we were in the town before that. And prior to that, we were in the previous town.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not... We didn't brain blast, okay? Listen. Shabba, I'm asking, can you tell if someone's tracking us? AKA reverse track.
Oh, I thought you meant tracking in reverse, like where we've already been instead of... Never mind. I do not think that we are not being tracked.
Let's see. Do not carry the 1. Okay, good.
I believe that Gul'dan and Zestim are hot on our tails.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't have my new armor yet. We can't fight them. We can't face them.
You're right. We have to get to Glassrock post-haste.
We should press on to Glassrock. In fact, we should run through the night and give ourselves disadvantage and stuff.
Yes.
Exhaustion.
Yes.
A wise choice. Glad we consulted you.
Right, just for those 2 more points of AC.
Yes, that way, if Gul'dan and Zestim do find us, we'll be able to tell them we're too tired to fight. An excellent strategy, Tokas.
We're also still about 4 towns away from Glassrock, so we're looking at just running for 4 days straight. Seems viable.
No, we're on dogback and horseback.
We'll never make it. Shabba, make yourself useful. Find them.
All right, I track Gul'dan. I track his strangely foreign accent and devilish good looks. I received a 15.
But can't he do something to see if someone's tracking us?
You can't track ahead of time.
Shabba casts Locate Zestim.
Yeah, it would be impossible, Tokas, for me to know whether they are following our tracks because we haven't made those tracks yet.
Well, can you misdirect them then, or mislead them?
Yes.
Can we make it seem like we're going that way, but then we go that way?
All we have to do is find a river.
Well, that's what we did last time.
Or use a broom.
Ah, yes.
Or wear a pair of moccasins, perhaps.
As we're riding by some lady's house, while we're leaving town, I steal her broom right from her hands.
Didn't we befriend some foxes, and the foxes, use their bushy tails to...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that was down in another kingdom.
That
was Waspel.
Oh, that was a really clever use.
Yeah, have you relearned Speak with Animals, Shabba?
Yes, I do have Speak with Animals, but I've always had it. It was
okay.
I always knew it. It wasn't relearned.
Got it.
I just didn't unlearn it in the first place, like I should have.
Are there some animals that know that we're being tracked or something? Range! Do some ranging.
Okay. I cast one of my special abilities. I cast Natural Explorer. No, actually, I'll cast Primeval Awareness. I can expend 1 ranger spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you. That doesn't help.
And which version of the rules is that using?
That is the version that is on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, we changed it up. Remember, we're using the Unearthed Arcana one?
That's right, I am. Let me see what abilities I have.
Well, unearth and arcana something, okay?
As I recall, you can detect animals in that radius.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I do have Natural Explorer.
Well, either way, I think our best bet is to go about a mile or so outside of town and just have Shabba try to cover our tracks as we go. I think that'll be sufficient.
Yeah.
Is that also based on his survival? What would that be?
I do have Natural Explorer and Primeval Awareness, but neither of them help us in this situation.
What does Natural Explorer do, just out of curiosity?
It lets me interact favorably with my favored terrain type. I ignore difficult terrain, have advantage on initiative rolls. I have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't acted on my first turn during combat, all in that terrain type.
What terrain type, though, have you chosen?
Is that exclusive to terrain? I thought it was just a general thing.
Oh, maybe that is everywhere.
Have you been using that bonus, or did you just get it recently?
No, I have not been using it. I've had it forever.
Oh, man. So, how does that actually... Can we have, a D&D...
We're really good at this game, guys.
Let's have a Sean happens to be a newer player moment. How does that... why is that relevant? How does that work? Break it down for us, Thane.
Well, because the description on D&D Beyond under Natural Explorer is revolving around my favorite terrain type, but the one on Unearthed Arcana is better.
What is the Unearthed Arcana one?
That's the one that I just read, so ignore difficult terrain. I thought that was only in my favorite terrain type, but apparently it's everywhere.
Yeah, they did away with having to pick a favored terrain.
Yeah, so I do always roll advantage on initiative. I roll twice when we're rolling initiative, but I always forget to do advantage on attack rolls against creatures who haven't acted yet. That's pretty important.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it seems good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have been super powerful this whole campaign and you didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Well, let's act as if you just learned that now, so you don't feel so bad. Like, what can we do to help you to remember? Like, oh, did so and so act? If I shoot them,
I'll just have to try and remember, I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll have to remind you about the rabbit's foot. We'll have to remind you to mark. We'll have to remind you to. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Shabba. Sometimes I just think you just don't have a brain up there. Okay,
No.
Tokas gets really mad with you.
It's just that's not what I'm concentrating on when I'm playing my characters. I don't like try to maximize all their abilities. I'm just like, oh, this is a fun person to pretend that I am.
Well, why can't you just do both?
Shabba just isn't living up to his full potential.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll never be chieftain.
Yeah, that's what I've been told my entire life. I'm not living up to my full potential.
Is Tokas and Shabba having a full-blown argument right now?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
It's like,
definitely.
you're letting the party down.
Yeah, Tokas, according to my natural explorer ability, even when I'm engaged in another activity while traveling, such as forging, navigating, tracking, or arguing with the party's tank, I remain alert to danger. So we can argue all you want, and I'll know when danger's coming.
Well, good, because I'm not done yet. And Tokas really gives it to him, and I'm going to roll
An intimidate check.
I just rolled a 12.
All right, color me intimidated, Tokas.
Yeah, because that's based on my strength, isn't it? Or is it charisma?
Yeah, I guess you could intimidate with fists.
You flex your muscles, and I'm like, no, Tokas, please don't slap me.
Oh, no, it is charisma, so that's a 10. Am I very intimidating?
You're not, but I lie and say you are. Oh, Tokas, you're so intimidating. You're so large and fearsome. Please don't overwhelm me with your dominating presence.
All right, Shabba.
Now, boys, calm down. Guys, we have to make good our escape out here.
That's right.
So, Shabba, if you would, please, just cover our tracks while we make our way out of town here.
Okay. I attach the broom to Taylor's tail so that it sweeps.
Wait, where'd we get the broom?
I stole it from a lady in town, remember?
Oh, yeah.
so that as her tail wags as we gallop forward, it sweeps the area behind us. That's a ranger that's an old ranger trick.
Okay, well, if you're staying on the road, I'm not sure there's a whole lot of point to trying to erase your trail anyway, because there are hundreds of trails going both directions in this.
That's true.
And if you
True.
did erase something behind you, that would be more obvious than just walking through it.
Yeah. Gul'dan doesn't strike me as really the tracking type. I think he's the kind of guy who's just going to go into town and say, hey, have you seen people who match this description? And then he's going to unfurl the wanted poster that has Azlo, and then where Zestim drew in me and Tokas and Stripey around him, and people are going to be like, oh yeah.
Do you think that's why people were looking at us, Shabba?
Yes, I do.
They were thinking that they wanted to turn us in for the...
Yep.
We should have said something like, hey, we're ready to go to jail, we're ready to be turned in. If anybody wants to, cash in the bounty, and then we could have been like, all right, who told you that we have a bounty on our heads? We missed our chance. Let's go back.
Oh man, no! What we should have done? We should have been like, all right, guys, we're ready to go up to Voranold now, or like we're leaving town so we can go to Neneft, and then just gone the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Dang it! Opportunity lost. Oh well. Let's just camp here for the night and keep an eye out as we camp.
Yes. For some shady, zesty halflings.
We can't beat them if we run into them.
No, we cannot.
I don't know. We've leveled up since then, haven't we? At least
But
once.
so have they, Azlo. So have they.
You don't know that. They could have been just like, I don't know, eating grapes the whole time.
No, I'm pretty sure they were training real hard.
All right.
What level were you last time you saw them?
I think we were
third?
Third.
We were just little threes. We were bronzies.
Little bronzies.
Yeah, Tokas's damage output hadn't yet doubled. But still, I don't think we're ready to face them is what I'm saying, guys. You gotta trust me on this, okay?
We'll find out when it comes time for it.
Oh, Jay, I'm not really mad at you. I forget abilities all the time. Remember when we fought the Goth and, like, the full first half of the fight I forgot that I had advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the gnome cunning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's totally fine if you are mad at me. You're well within your rights to be.
I'm not mad at you. No, I thought that might be good for the show.
No, really, Tokas. Be mad at me.
Well,
I think
Tokas might be mad, but Sean isn't.
as a part of this group, as a combat-ready unit, it is up to all of us to keep up our share of the workload. That includes remembering our abilities.
Yeah, it's hard. I think for Brian, the one that I think is often forgotten is the cool sword that Thane created for you.
Yeah.
That's like a hard item to remember, honestly.
It is. It is, yeah, it's true.
Because it's the condition.
So you settle down for the night, a couple miles outside of town. On the third watch, Shabba is awake, scanning the horizon for any signs of people coming. And you spot off in the distance, just as the sun is starting to come up, 2 riders coming from Nafton.
There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. What? I rip Tokas and Azlo's blankets off and I say, up you louts. There's 2 of them. Get awake. There's 2 of them.